I'm Bree, and this is TJ. In 2017, we decided to break away from the norm and travel the US in our custom 4x4 van and Airstream. We loaded up our two dogs, Madley and Brody, and hit the road. We quickly realized life on the road is full of surprises, and our name-embracing Detours fit our new life perfectly. Please subscribe and welcome to the adventure. Perfect?
Perfect.
I think we got the best site in the campground.
It's pretty nice.
We lucked into the last spot in the row in the campground, which means that there's nobody beyond us. And this is our backyard. And you can't see it. I'll walk over there and show you guys, but there's a creek, the Brandywine Creek, because the campground is the Brandywine Creek Campground. It just runs right here. Madley has actually had a really good couple of days, which has been amazing because we've been so high stress with her breathing. Whatever it is, we're happy for it that she's able to actually spend some time outside and enjoy herself. The other side of that is that it makes us then start to question, are we doing the right thing? Does she really need this? It's enough to make you crazy. But after her going through several of those breathing crises for like almost a week straight every day, we are definitely still feeling confident that it's something that we need to address and we want to address and get taken care of. So our appointment's in a couple of days. What you getting now?
Yeah, so busy. Somebody's got to get this place in shape. This stupid thing that Bree won't give up on.
I love that thing, but it's velcroed to the wall and it falls off all the time. But look at how cute it is.
Doesn't even match.
It's worth it. It's worth it. And my throw pillows, which I know you love.
Ugh.
Tell us how you feel about throw pillows.
Oh, no, don't get me started. I feel like every man feels about throw pillows. Let's be honest. Today is Madley's appointment.
Yes, so we leave in a couple of hours to go see the vet. For those of you maybe that missed what's going on, Madley has a disease called Laryngeal Paralysis, and that is exactly like it sounds. Her larynx has become or is becoming paralyzed. So your larynx is located in your throat. There are two flaps that open to allow oxygen into your lungs, and then when you're eating and drinking, it closes to keep the liquid and food out of your lungs. So her larynx is not operating. So when she exerts herself, either through exercise or getting excited, her larynx isn't opening enough to allow adequate oxygen in, and so she struggles for breath. That has been going on now for about 6 months, but over these past few weeks, it's actually progressed pretty rapidly to where she's having these events like almost on a daily basis.
Since her actual diagnosis, it's just progressively gotten worse every day since then.
Most dogs advance to a point where surgical intervention is required or else they'll suffocate to death. The traditional surgery for this is called tie-back surgery, and it's where they actually go in with a couple of sutures and permanently tie open one side of the larynx. The risk of that is that food and water has the ability to get down there and aspirate and become pneumonia.
You have to watch how fast they eat, watch how fast they drink, watch them if they go swimming or not allow them to go swimming, which all three of those things are just things that Madley just tends to do naturally. And
I would just be a constant worry wart, and that's no way to live. We started looking into alternatives to the tie-back procedure and found this vet here in Pennsylvania that specializes in a technique called BVEAP. It's like bilateral vocal something or other. Yeah, it's honestly, it's quite a bit more complex, and I don't truly fully understand it. But what I do know is that it comes with less risks of aspiration pneumonia, and it will allow her to continue to swim and live her life as normally as possible with less worry on our part.
So today will be her initial consultation. If all goes well and they say she's ready, tomorrow will be the surgery. They'll keep her overnight tomorrow night, and then we'll get her back the next day.
I've been just an absolute nervous wreck all day yesterday. Poor TJ. I would just like randomly burst out into tears. Our dogs are our life, and
they're our children. She hears us talking about her. She wants to get in on this.
She's like Darth Vader under the table. But anyways, yeah, it's been challenging.
It's been a little bit of a roller coaster for sure.
It has, but today's the day. While we approach this day with trepidation, we also approach it with a lot of hope. Wish us luck, guys. We're headed to the vet. Here for our appointment with Dr. Sadanaga.
Dr. Sadanaga calling. That the nerve responsible for stimulating the voice box to open loses its ability to conduct the electrical impulse. We end up removing the vocal cords, whereas the Tyvek does not. Your incidence for aspiration pneumonia goes way down, and that's what we developed by doing the BV procedure, which is removing the compromised vocal cords from within the lumen of the voice box, and doing a bilateral arytenoid pexy, where we tack the arytenoid cartilage to the thyroid cartilage in a manner that opens them conservatively, does not distort the interface between the epiglottis, the flap, and the opening of the larynx during the act of swallowing. When I did a physical on her and tickled her voice box, it made her cough and gag, so she definitely has an inflamed larynx. When I just gently compressed her larynx from the sides with my fingers and hand, I can obstruct her airway. You know, she's trying to breathe, but no air is going through, so she's right on edge,
yeah,
you know, in terms of how much opening she has.
Right.
Just enough to kind of get by, but not enough to keep her out of trouble. Overall, candidacy looks pretty good, and I know she's scheduled for methoscope, and we go right to surgery. She'll have about a 2.5-inch incision over her voice box on the underside. There we open up the voice box, trim away the vocal cords, and we suture the area so that the scar tissue forms, and then we place the pexy sutures.
So what happened yesterday?
Our consultation went really well. We're really pretty happy and confident with the vet. We're taking her in.
What do you think, Mad? Madley is upset with us because this is 2 mornings in a row that she's missed breakfast. Had a good night last night with Madley. Lots of snuggles in bed. And then this morning, I took the shirt I slept in last night and I wrapped this stuffed animal in my shirt, and I'm gonna send it into the vet's office with her so that when she wakes up from anesthesia and tonight when she's recovering, she has something that smells like home.
Be brave, little girl.
I
That was tough. She'll be fine.
All right, I think I've got myself back together again. It's emotional dropping off your baby for what's a pretty serious surgery, you know, but all is well. She is going to be good. I am going to be good. This is necessary and it's going to make her better. So just have to stay positive, but it is emotional, obviously. So TJ and I are trying to stay busy and distract ourselves today. So we have come to Walmart to pick up the trailer tire that we had to order, like, I think it was like over a week ago now anyways, when we were in Shenandoah River State Park and noticed that our tire was starting to separate and bubble. So TJ's in the tire center right now handling that, and Brody and I are hanging out in the van alone with our thoughts. There may be some retail therapy going on here.
All right, good day. Got Madley dropped off. Got a trailer tire fixed. And Bree's gonna force us to go to breakfast.
I'm using all the unhealthy techniques of coping.
She's like,
retail
they don't
therapy.
sell wine at Walmart.
It's true. So I had to buy an unnecessary yoga mat, and I'm gonna eat my sadness away this morning and then probably drink it away later tonight. Today's the day we pick Madley up. Yay! Yesterday was such an emotional day for me. Super happy to get the news that her surgery went as planned and she was recovering well. But also, when the vet told me that she had kind of gone into a little bit of distress at the vet's office and they had to move her up on the schedule and do her first because she was fighting sedation, I just completely lost it at that moment because I knew that she was scared. Dogs are difficult because with humans, you can explain to them what's happening. Dogs, you can't explain. Listen, you've got this problem, but we're going to fix you. So when you leave them, I feel like in their brains, they think you're abandoning them, and to hear that she had gotten so worked up really just broke my heart. But today's the day that we're picking her up. Yeah, we're supposed to call at 11, so in just a few minutes to get an update on her and schedule her pickup time for this afternoon. I am calling to check on my dog Madley, who spent the night there last night. She had surgery yesterday.
We have Madley on the to-go home list.
Yay! Awesome.
Okay, honey, I'll put her down for 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And the nurse will go over all the home care instructions and any meds that are going home, okay?
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
She's on the to-go home list or ready to go home list. She's probably driving them bananas.
Get this dog out of here already.
I know it. Oh, sorry. Nice. Oh, good job. Oh, did you do so great? Yeah. Like I said, call if you need anything, okay?
All right, thank you.
You too.
Good job, bud. Brody, stay. Sit. Good girl.
They had a good night last night. She slept well, she ate, she took her meds, she went outside and pottied, and she is much more alert this morning and anxiously awaiting breakfast. We do have to leave today to hightail it up to Vermont. I'm due in for my job. Not ideal timing, being less than 24 hours since we picked Madley up from the vet's office, but it's just the way the timing worked out. They were booked months in advance, and we were actually pretty fortunate to get this appointment the week before we had to be in Vermont. And thankfully she's doing really well this morning. So, yep, getting ready to get on the road. T? How we doing out there?
Ready to go.
All right, cold out there?
It's a balmy 32. My lips aren't even working right.
They're preparing us, the weather gods are preparing us for Vermont.
Thickening up our blood before we get there.
As always, a special thank you to our patrons whose support help make these videos possible. If you'd like to help support the production of our videos, please head over to patreon.com/embracing detours. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.